This year will no doubt go down as one of the most weirdest WrestleManias of all time. Roman Reigns made national headlines and was even #1 on Twitter's trending page when his removal from WrestleMania was announced. 2020 featured a 2-day no audience and pre-recorded WrestleMania show, with major sporting events being put on hold. WWE was the only company to stick with their plans and still have WrestleMania on their scheduled date. Obviously, they couldn't have it at the Tampa Bay Stadium, so they did their best work around it. Seeing all these high-profile WrestleMania matches inside of an empty arena could definitely feel a bit wrong, and that's why some matches were completely changed around. John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt originally was supposed to be a standard match in front of the WrestleMania crowd, but due to the changes, John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt was changed to a Firefly Funhouse match, which will take place in one of WWE's warehouses. The Undertaker vs. AJ Styles is another match that sounds like it'll be taking place outside of the traditional wrestling ring. Taker and AJ Styles will be having a Boneyard match, which is something we've never seen before in the WWE. But telling by the name of it, it may be another outside warehouse sort of match. The reason why WWE has turned to these sort of matches is because these fights that take place outside of the ring are a lot less awkward without an audience. If you're wrestling in an empty arena, it might be really weird to adjust to. But with a backstage fight, you're used to having no audience, so it's more natural that way. So that's why WWE has decided to take a handful of WrestleMania matches outside of the ring. WWE obviously can't do that for all the matches, but they did do it to a few matches just to switch things up from a full empty arena show. So we'll at least see other sceneries, such as the Boneyard and the Firefly Funhouse throughout the show. The WrestleMania card has unfortunately seen a lot of major changes. Reason being that WWE and even the superstars themselves aren't taking any chances. If someone is feeling a little bit off, WWE is sending them home and not having them return for several weeks just to be safe. So this brings us to what will happen with the WrestleMania situation. The story is still coming out, but apparently a WWE superstar showed up to work but wasn't feeling too well. The word quickly got around the locker room and spread to everyone. This is when Roman Reigns reportedly got word of whatever situation that was going on and made his decision to pull out from WrestleMania. Now, earlier reports were claiming that Roman was feeling sick, so he had to stay home. But that wasn't true. Roman got word of a certain situation going on, and that's when he made the decision himself to back out of the show. WWE was also being criticized for false advertising, since they were still promoting Roman Reigns vs. Goldberg, even though they already recorded the show and knew that that match wasn't happening. However, WWE finally addressed Roman's absence via a Triple H interview. While speaking with ESPN, Triple H had this to say when asked about the situation with Roman Reigns. You know, there are various talents, and I don't want to get into the specifics of WrestleMania because that's a must-see event. We don't like to take precautions with our talent any more so than we need to, and all of our talents are in this in a voluntary capacity. If they don't want to be a part of this, they feel there's a risk, for whatever reason, be it themselves or somebody around them, they don't have to be here. Nothing is held against them for that. Same with our crew and everybody else. We don't want to take the chance on that. With Roman having a pre-existing condition, that would make him more susceptible to something. It's understandable. We've had a few talent that had issues or chose not to be here, but we are where we're at. Triple H didn't answer the question directly because, like he said, it would count as a spoiler for WrestleMania. So it looks like WWE will address the situation with Roman during the show, and we'll see how Goldberg finds his new challenger during WrestleMania as well. This was something that was reported weeks ago when all of this first started, but Roman Reigns was the superstar that WWE really had their eyes on because they wanted to make sure he stayed healthy throughout this whole thing. But at the same time, like Triple H said, WWE is giving the freedom to WWE superstars and crew members to do whatever they'd like during this time. If they're willing to do the show up, then great. But if they want to stay home at any time, that's fine as well. And that's what happened with Roman. WWE didn't send him home or pull him off the show. Roman made his decision because he felt like the risk was definitely there. There's word going around that Roman may be taking an extended break away from WWE as all of this continues to get worse. So, as of this moment, no one knows for sure when we'll see Roman again. Maybe we'll see him once everything starts to calm down a bit. A lot of fans were understanding of the situation, but according to Roman, there were some fans calling him a coward for pulling out of the match. After Triple H talked about the situation, Roman broke his silence on everything that's been going on as well. Here's what Roman Reigns had to say, courtesy of his official Instagram page.
I just think with all this downtime, just be better, man. Take the time to think about how you want to be treated, how you would like a stranger to talk to you. For instance, for me, you already know what's going on. It's all over the news, the dirt sheets, whatever you want to call them, that I pulled out of WrestleMania. And it's funny because, like, for years now, man, years, people are like, don't show up to WrestleMania. We don't want you in it. You know what I mean? There's like a nice handful of dudes and haters that didn't want me there. But the moment I make a choice for me and my family, I'm a coward, I'm a sissy, you know what I mean? A lot of different things that I am now. But you don't know the whole story. All you know is what you think. Oh, well, his health and this and that, but you don't know what else is going on in my life. You don't know if I have newborns. You don't know if I have family in my household, older family. So yeah, I mean, just like the old saying, man, go and flip that cover open and read a few pages. Get into a few chapters before you really start running your mouth. And just take this time to better yourself, be present, and make the most out of this. Because if we can't grow in a time like this, I don't think we have a chance, man. This is the most downtime I've ever seen in my life. So I just challenge everybody, and I'm taking the steps right there with you. I'm not perfect. I'm a hater too sometimes, you know what I mean? But I try to always put it in perspective of why I want something or why I might be jealous of something, and then I put it in my grind. I put it to work. I figure out how I can get whatever I need or I want, and I put it to work, and I don't focus on others hating on me, and I don't put focus on driving negativity to anybody else. So, man, if we can, let's not just do it in the real world. Let's do it on here. And it's easy, man. All it takes is starting right now. So just be kind to others, man. Let's try to better each other. And hopefully we're going to come out with so many better habits. But it can't just be about cleanliness. We got to be clean inside too. So let's clean up this outside. Let's clean up our hygiene habits. But let's also clean up the inside and make each other better, man. We all got to be accountable towards each other. There's people across the world that I have no, you know what I mean? And what I do affects them. So take some pride in that. Love each other, respect each other. And hopefully we're going to come out way better, man. For all my fans, you know, I'm sorry I didn't get to compete this year and put on a show and entertain. But sometimes things are more important, and I had to make a choice for me and my family. But no matter what, you already know the deal, man. I showed I made the town, you know what I mean? I made it to Orlando, and I had to make a decision for me. But it doesn't take anything away from what I've done and what I'm going to do. I still love this game. I still love pro wrestling, sports entertainment. I love being in the ring. It's a little weird being in the ring with nobody watching, nobody in the arena. But man, I'm ready to get back to work, and I'm just taking this little bit of time we have to build up the outside and come as close as possible to perfecting the inside, man. So everybody, I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Hopefully we can just continue to get better, man. Until then, stay safe.
So now that we've heard from Roman, it's completely understandable why he made that decision. He made the decision not only for himself, but to keep his family safe as well. And like we talked about before, we just don't know when the next time Roman will compete right now. And if we'll ever get to see Reigns versus Goldberg down the line. If WWE was going to attempt this match again, Roman Reigns versus Goldberg could definitely happen at SummerSlam. With WrestleMania being such a mess due to this situation, It's possible that WWE turns SummerSlam into the major show of the year. SummerSlam weekend will already feature the Hall of Fame ceremony, so WWE could definitely stack the actual SummerSlam match card as well to make it an even bigger show. What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns' reasoning for pulling out of WrestleMania? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.